I didn't spend money for a year. Here's what really happened. In January 2024, Chrissy decided to start her No Spend Year challenge after realizing she had lost control of her finances. For years, she had fallen into the trap of impulsive spending, buying things that brought short-term satisfaction but long-term stress. She wanted to reset her habits, rebuild discipline, and understand what she truly valued beyond material possessions. The rules of her challenge were simple but strict. She would not buy any takeout food or eat out at restaurants, focusing instead on home-cooked meals. She set a strict shopping budget of no more than £100 per month, covering only essentials. She also committed to not purchasing new clothes for the entire year, choosing instead to shop her own wardrobe and rediscover forgotten pieces she already owned. This challenge was not about deprivation, but about mindfulness. Chrissy wanted to prove that happiness and fulfillment do not come from constant consumption, but from intentional choices and gratitude for what she already has. The no-spend year became her personal journey toward financial freedom, self-awareness, and a more meaningful relationship with money and possessions. One of the biggest challenges Chrissy faced during her no-spend year was giving up takeout food. It turned out to be much harder than she expected. Cooking at home required planning and effort, especially on busy days when convenience was tempting. After long hours of work, the idea of simply ordering a meal with a few clicks often felt irresistible. This habit had become part of her routine, a small reward after stressful days. Breaking it meant confronting her comfort patterns and learning to deal with cravings and convenience in a new way. But for Chrissy, the real goal of this challenge was never just about saving money. It was about something deeper, changing her relationship with spending. She wanted to break free from impulsive shopping and emotional purchases that offered quick satisfaction but long-term emptiness. Through this experience, she hoped to develop mindful consumption habits and a stronger sense of self-control. By saying no to unnecessary spending, Chrissy began to realize how often money was used as a distraction or comfort. The challenge became a lesson in patience, discipline, and gratitude for what she already had, rather than a focus on what she lacked. As the months went by, Chrissy realized that the no-spend year challenge was not equally difficult throughout the year. The colder months at the beginning were easier. Staying home felt natural, and temptations were limited. But when summer arrived, everything became harder. The warm weather brought social gatherings, birthdays, and more reasons to spend. It was during these times that she found herself most tempted to break her own rules. However, with time, she learned discipline and developed stronger self-control over her spending habits. Through this journey, Chrissy experienced a deep shift in her financial mindset. She moved from the old habit of spending first and saving whatever was left to a new principle, saving first and spending what remained. This simple shift changed everything. She began to value quality over quantity, focusing on purchases that truly mattered. Most importantly, she learned the power of delayed gratification, the ability to wait and think before spending. Instead of chasing quick satisfaction, she found pride in managing her money intentionally. This new awareness made her feel stronger, more confident, and in full control of her financial life. The challenge became less about restriction and more about empowerment. Beyond its financial impact, the no-spend year brought unexpected personal growth for Chrissy. The challenge taught her to be more organized, disciplined, and intentional in her daily life. She started planning ahead for situations that might tempt her to spend unnecessarily. For example, she prepared her schedule to avoid last-minute Uber rides and created weekly meal plans to prevent the urge to order takeout. Over time, these small adjustments not only saved money, but also helped her feel more in control and confident in her decisions. However, the experience also revealed a more complicated side. With such strict spending rules, Chrissy sometimes felt guilty even for necessary purchases. The constant pressure to save could become overwhelming, turning self-discipline into self-criticism. She realized that being too rigid could lead to what she called yo-yo spending, a cycle of extreme restriction followed by sudden splurges. This awareness reminded her that balance was essential. The goal was not to punish herself for spending, but to create a sustainable relationship with money, one built on awareness, flexibility, and long-term growth rather than short-term control. For anyone interested in trying a no-spends challenge, Chrissy offers some valuable advice based on her own experience. Instead of committing to a full year, she recommends starting with shorter cycles of about 3 months. This makes the challenge more manageable and helps build consistency without feeling overwhelmed. She also emphasizes the importance of creating flexible rules that fit your personal lifestyle. Strict limits can lead to frustration, but adaptable guidelines make the process sustainable. Another helpful tip is to include small rewards along the way, such as allowing yourself to buy one meaningful item after successfully completing a 3-month period. Reflecting on her journey, Chrissy highlights a few key lessons. Setting clear financial goals is crucial. For example, building an emergency fund or a specific savings target. Watching her savings grow became one of the strongest motivators to stay committed. It reminded her that every small choice added up to something bigger. Ultimately, she learned that managing money is not just about numbers, but about control. When you can control your spending, you take control of your options and your future. Financial discipline, she discovered, is a form of freedom, the power to make intentional choices that align with your values. Personally, this video hit me hard. It's not just about saving money, it's about reprogramming your mindset around spending and self-control. What stood out most is how Chrissy turned a no-spend year into a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. I love how she admits the struggle, the guilt, and the yo-yo effect. It's real, and that honesty makes it powerful. It made me realize that managing money isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom and intentional choices. I'm genuinely inspired to try a shorter version of this challenge myself. Would you ever commit to a no-spend month or year? What would be the hardest thing for you to give up? Let's talk in the comments.